Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Tovia. I am Chef Tovia. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make homemade marinara sauce my way. You'll be able to find the full recipe for today's demo in the description box below. Also, you'll be able to find my contact information and social media information in the description box. Please subscribe for new uploads on Mondays and Thursdays, midnight Eastern Standard Time. So I have some tomatoes here on the vine. I've already just took liberty to rinse them. I'm going to go ahead and just cut the tomatoes. So I'll just cut the little top portion off. Now we're going to cut this into like quarter sections. And then we're going to set that aside. So I know some of you are going to think, why didn't I just remove the tomato from the stem? Well, the reason why I just cut this little top off the tomatoes is because we need it to lay flat. So once they're lying flat, it makes it easier to slice the tomatoes, so you won't have an accident of cutting your finger or anything. Just makes the tomatoes easier to slice. You can use whatever variety of tomatoes you choose to use, because this is my recipe, and it's just all about convenience and having what you need. So I found these little cheap tomatoes that were on the vine. They were like $1.40. So these are not anything special that I'm using. I've already put some of my tomatoes here in the food processor. And I'm just gonna puree it. Well, discovered you can't puree without electricity. So we're just gonna pulse it. And have this smooth little tomato juice here. So I'm going to just pour this into a bowl that I have here on the side. We're just going to puree all this tomatoes. You can leave them kind of chunky, because you want to have a little bit of texture. So I'm heating here my pot on high heat, and I'm going to add a few tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm using extra virgin. And then what I'm going to do is going to add my onions and pepper. Just add a pinch of salt. This part's optional. The salt just helps it sweat. So this is cooked for a few minutes. I had it on like medium-low heat, and I've been stirring it occasionally. So I'm going to turn the heat back up to high. And what I'm going to do is pour my pureed tomatoes in here. I'm going to add a little bit of water. I'm going to stir this together, and then I'm going to bring this to a boil. Now, the longer this cooks, it will change in color. You see it's starting to get darker. But we're going to add a couple of things to this. I have here some rosemary, just a little sprig of rosemary. Just toss that in there. Some fresh sweet basil leaves. And then I have some garlic, a few cloves of garlic that I just sort of roughly chopped. Here's some dried oregano, some red pepper, and some celery seed. Gives it an interesting flavor, the celery seed does. Not too much red pepper unless you want to burn out people's mouths. Some sugar to cut the acidity. It's good for people who have indigestion. Also it cuts off that bitter taste. Not too much sugar, but just enough to cut out the acidity. I'm using double concentrated tomato paste. Then we're going to mix this together. And I need to add some salt. There's one thing I left out. Have here some kosher salt. I'm going to stir. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then we'll be back. So this will come to a boil. I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm going to turn it to about medium. And we're going to cook this about medium-low heat. We're going to watch it. We'll cook for about an hour to an hour and a half. We're going to stir it about every 15 minutes or so. We're going to cook it covered. Okay, so it's been about an hour and 20 minutes, and you see that the sauce has gotten darker in color, and that's what we want. It's thicker, very thick, and when you keep stirring this every 15 minutes, it keeps the sauce from sticking to the bottom of the pot and burning. There you have it, folks, how to make marinara sauce. I'm going to give this a taste for you guys. I'll give this a taste. I have some over here on the side. So I have some marinara sauce here on the side. Here. So I'm going to give this a taste for you guys. It's absolutely delicious. And it's full of flavor. It's not too bitter because we add that sugar to it. If you need to adjust the sugar, feel free. And guys, if you want to see this recipe for the meatball subs, please come back in a couple of days. The recipe will be up very soon. So please don't forget to come back. Please add this video to your playlist. Please share it. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. And also, please remember to live and be well. Let's do what we can to come together as one. Thank you for watching.